Hi there. One question I get all of the time from the sellers that I work with is what can I do to make my house more appealing to potential buyers? Well, we've put together a series of 6 tips that will help you prepare your home. And most of them are relatively inexpensive and simple. All right, so tip number 1, and the most important, is declutter your home. We all collect things over the years, and what makes your home feel homey to you can possibly make it feel cluttered to the buyers. So what we do is we walk with you room by room and look at each room and figure out what's important to keep to make it appealing to the buyers and what you can get rid of. And whether it's furniture in your house or decluttering your closets or your cabinets or even your bookshelves, we help you with all of that. Okay, so tip number 2, deferred maintenance. Okay, this is another important one. And those are the little things that we all ignore when we live in our house. It could be chipped paint in the doorway or gutters that need to be cleaned. You have little plants growing out of your gutters, or the loose front door handle, or maybe a faucet that needs to be replaced. Those are all the little things that the buyers will see and wonder, are you taking care of the bigger things? And they're pretty simple. You can either do them yourself or hire a handyman to get them done. Whatever it is, it should be taken care of. And we can help you. We'll walk through again, room by room, and get that honey-do list done for you. Okay, so tip number 3 is depersonalizing your house. This is one step further than decluttering. We all want to walk into a house that makes us feel like it's ours. And by taking down those personal photos and putting away all those little memorabilia that you've collected on your trips, helps the buyer do just that. All right, so tip number 4, and that is painting. Painting is a great way to make your house feel fresh and clean. It's inexpensive and relatively easy, especially if you're handy with that paintbrush. As a matter of fact, by painting the interior of your house, the return of investment is 107%. Imagine that. And the other thing about paint is you can use paint colors to influence the buyers. For instance, if you have a small room, you can make it feel larger and brighter and cleaner with light colors. As a matter of fact, one of the things that we've been hearing from designers is that the color gray is phasing out and we're seeing more neutral tones like creams and greige and mushroom. Those beautiful warmer tones are coming back in style. Other ways that color will influence buyers, the outside of your house, for instance. If you have a gray or a beige house, it's more appealing than a yellow house. Who knew, right? And periwinkle bathrooms, they are a favorite. All right, tip number 5, updates to kitchens and baths. And we're talking about small ones here. One of the questions I get from sellers all the time and sources of stress is if their kitchens and baths actually live up to what the buyer's expectations are. Well, you don't have to redo them completely. There are some small things that you can do. As a matter of fact, if you redo them completely, you probably won't get the full value back. So let's talk about 4 things that can help you. All right, so the first thing you want to look at is your lighting in your kitchen and baths. Go take a look. Are they the fixtures that your builder put in 20 years ago? If so, it's easy to go to your home improvement store and pick out some modern fixtures that are sparkly and bright. The second thing, same with the faucets. Check out your faucets, and while you're at the home improvement store, if they need to be replaced, pick something out that's simple and will appeal to most buyers. Third, the bathroom vanity. Those are things that we use on a daily basis, and they get a little bit knocked up, so you want to check that out. If they need replacement or they're old, it's easy to find a replacement. And my suggestion is don't go for the most expensive one. Find one that looks good and is relatively inexpensive. It'll go a long way with the buyers. Okay, and the 4th thing on our list of small improvements that you can make, and the most expensive on the list, are kitchen countertops. They do go a long way with buyers. So make the investment if you can. And the two most popular materials that we still see are granite and quartz. Okay, tip number 6, curb appeal. You want to make sure when the buyers drive up to your house that they cannot wait to get through that front door. And how do you do that? Well, first of all, you want to make sure that your bushes out front, your foundation plantings, are at a height that makes sense for your house. If they're older shrubs, make sure they're trimmed back. And if they're overgrown, my suggestion is replace them. Your house will look fantastic. Second is the grass. Make sure it's growing where it should be and that it's trimmed and cut. And the garden beds, if you have garden beds, make sure they're weeded and edged and mulched. It goes a long way to the curb appeal. And if your house happens to be dirty, take a power washer, wash it down so it looks nice and fresh and clean. And finally, the best tip I can give you here is your front door. Put a fresh coat of paint on it. People will want to walk right through that front door and into your beautifully prepared house if you do that. So I hope that you have found these tips to be useful. And before we close, there is one more bonus tip that I have for you, and that is don't stress. There is a buyer for every house out there in every condition. And please remember, if you like the videos, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And if I can help you in any other way, just pick up the phone and give me a call. Thanks.